ASMR Noir Film Reviews. Hi guys, this is ASMR Noir, and today is going to be a video review of a movie I recently rewatched because I like to torture myself. The movie I'm talking about is HELLRAISER, HELLWORLD. This is the last in the HELLRAISER series who actually have Doug Bradley as Pinhead. Pinhead is the Hell Priest. Well, if you have never seen a HELLRAISER movie, I will give you a short recap of the story. In I don't know, 1700s, maybe 1800s, a guy named Le Marchand made a puzzle box for a rich gentleman's club in France, I think. And what happened was that the box opened a gateway to hell, so they could summon demons and make them their puppets. That backfired, of course. In the 40s, a guy named Elliot Spencer picked up this puzzle box and was sent to the demon realm and became transformed into the Hell Priest Pinhead. Actually, he doesn't have that name. That's something the fans more or less have given him. I just think he's known as Hell Priest in the book or something, because it's based on a book by Clive Barker, The Hellbound Heart. Now, the three first HELLRAISER movies is actually the first two HELLRAISER movies are excellent horror movies, and if you haven't seen them, I recommend that you pick them up. And I'm sorry, it's really hot in Sweden today, so I have my window open here, but it's windy, so excuse me if there's a lot of blowing. But anyway, the rest that came after HELLRAISER 3, Hell on Earth, are pretty much hit or miss. Some are okay, directly to DVD. HELLRAISER 3 was the last in the series, I think, that actually had a theatrical release. Now, with that said, the series continued, and this being number it doesn't say, but I think it's number 7. It also stars Lance Henriksen, which you might recognize from Aliens, Near Dark, Millennium. So when I saw his name, I'm a big fan of Lance Henriksen. I think he does excellent work. I thought, how bad can it be? Plus it has Doug Bradley as the titular demon, or the Pinhead. Anyway, alright, the movie starts with a kid committing suicide after playing a game called HELLWORLD. I will go into that a little bit later. And shortly thereafter, the kid's friends are invited to a hell party at an old mansion hosted by Lance Henriksen. And after that, the kids die, killed by Pinhead and his he has kind of like henchmen. Everyone looks twisted, they have I don't know if there's a picture here that I can show you. The lighting in here is not the best, but I think you can kind of see them there. Let's see if I can make it focus. Never mind. After after almost everyone except 3 have been killed. And this is spoilers for the movie, so if you haven't seen it, I beg you not to see it, but if you have to see it, here comes the spoilers. Turned out that the kid who killed himself in the beginning was kind of like the son to Lance Henriksen, and he blamed the other kids for making him play the game. So he slipped them drugs in their drinks. Everyone is buried in a coffin under the ground. And he's just suggesting things to make them hallucinate Pinhead and his gang of merry Cenobites. Cenobites is the name for the underground sadomasochistic dwellers. Yeah, so that's the big twist point. I don't remember if the kids survive. I think some of them might. Yeah, 2 I think survive or something like that. And it ends with Lance Henriksen escaping, sitting in a hotel room, playing with this puzzle box, and out comes the real Pinhead, ripping into shreds with chains and hooks. The end. I'm not sure how I can describe this disaster of a movie. Actually, it's so bad it's not even good. First of all, it would be a cool concept for a game based on the HELLRAISER lore in a movie. But when you do that, you cannot take existing lore from the old HELLRAISER movies and make them public. You know, Pinhead is supposed to be a demon that few have seen. He's not like Trump. So how can they depict him in pictures in the game? They even use the soundtrack for the movies in this game, which is totally ridiculous because, you know, if there was an old legend saying, if you open the puzzle box, you know, the demons will come and rip it to shreds, blah blah, and they showed some original characters which we haven't seen, different music, you know, so it was just based a little bit around the lore of this legend. But you can't take the actual picture of Doug Bradley as Pinhead and put it on a box and say, this is a game which exists in the canon HELLRAISER universe. That's impossible. Number 2, Pinhead, the killer priest, has always been about suffering and pleasure and pain. He is not Freddy Krueger. You can even bargain with him to leave you alone if you are smart enough. But in this movie, he's just your average Freddy Krueger. He shows up, says something witty, and kind of chops their heads off. The twist ending could have worked if they had not chosen to use Pinhead as the character in the movie, because as I told you, nobody could know how he looks, so it would be a reveal in the end when Lance Henriksen, you know, solves the puzzle box and the real Pinhead comes, you know. But as it's now, it's just so bad. I would even say it's worse than HELLRAISER Revelations, who came after this one, which starred another guy playing Pinhead. Sorry. A thick guy. A really bad movie, but if I have to choose one HELLRAISER movie to say this is the absolute worst of the bunch, I have to choose this one. Because the HELLRAISER 5 and 6 and 7, I think this is 8 actually, after part 4, it was Miramax, I think, who have the rights to Hellraiser, and to keep the rights they had to push out movies now and then. So they took existing scripts and slammed Pinhead in it. But I know they are known as the Inferno, Hellseeker, and Deader, I think they're called. Some of them are even pretty okay. They are like supernatural crime dramas, you know, where people have kind of like Jacob's Ladder, when they are tortured, you know, in their own minds and stuff like that. And then it actually works to throw in Pinhead as a, well, you know, kind of narrative thing, and gruesome images of his fellow Cenobites, you know, as torturers of the souls of these misguided persons. But in this movie, it says fresh, entertaining, and packed with special effects. Don't miss Pinhead's return in this knife-sharp thriller series created by the horror master Clive Barker. If you find it for $5 in a bargain bin and you're really curious to how bad it is, sure, pick it up. But there are so many other good movies out there, so it's just from a scale from 1 to 5, I give this 5. Alright guys, I hope you like this little review. I'm going to finish it now because I can hear my neighbor starting the moped outside. Love you guys. There can't be any light without darkness, and I will see you in the next video.